Right. We are at the Canadian Grand Prix. I like the Canadian Grand Prix. Let's bring up the old laptop, shall we? So, we qualified third. Third on the grid. I literally just did qualifying like a few minutes ago. So, yeah, we're obviously, you know, the Red Bulls are much faster than us, which is upsetting, because they're faster in the downforce heavy sections, and I gain like half a second in the final sector. Who bought upgrades this weekend? We did! We bought an upgrade to our downforce, and Brooke with Go Team Canada. I'm fairly confident you've said before you're from Canada, if I'm not mistaken. If so, where are you from in Canada? Because I like Canada. Canada's like a cool place I think I'd like to go to one of these days. It's on my list of cool places that I would like to visit. Next to like Japan. Japan would be cool. Oh, what is that? What is that? This is some mild disgustingness. I don't know what that was, but out the window with it. Right. Update. Car. Just ever so slightly better than Mercedes. Way behind the Red Bull. Way behind. Like, disgustingly behind the Red Bull. Got a few upgrades left to go. Who knows when that's going to happen, you know, realistically. Let's just go to the race. Let's go to the old Canadian Grand Prix, shall we? Because someone, might be me, didn't do so well last time out in Monaco and wants to redeem himself in this one. That's kind of the plan. As long as I don't like throw it into the wall somewhere, which you can do. It's very similar to Monaco. The Canadian Grand Prix barriers very close, very claustrophobic. But a little bit more open, a little bit more, you know, I like to tune my car to some straight line speed, which is what I'm going to have.
If you want flat-out racing, you've come to the right place this weekend, as it's full throttle for 59% of this 2.7-mile circuit, peaking at around 210 miles per hour.
347 kilometers an hour. What's that in miles an hour? What is that in miles an hour? You know, my conversion rate is not good. KMPH to MPH, or KPH to MPH. Let's go 347. That's 215 miles an hour. I could believe that, because that's roughly what I was hitting in quali. Maybe about 220, if I was like in slipstream. Kimi Räikkönen, the man who died, is fourth on the grid. We start third, behind the two Red Bulls, with Max Verstappen on pole. Skip the old grid. So I didn't pay attention to the tyres, because I never do. I always just go balanced. And I noticed I don't have any super softs to run in this race, so I'm going to take upon a fair assumption it's a one-stop. Ultras to softs, and then run to the end. I mean, that's what they've got planned. Apparently the low tyre wear is only 4 seconds slower, but 4 seconds is a lot. Let's run the fuel nice and low. Let's do like 30, let's do 32.6.5. Let's do that. Nice and scary low on the fuel, because why not? I like to live my life dangerously. Let's get into this one. Let's just get into it. Let's get into it. Right, so that's... Yeah, that is our selected... Well, that now reflects a much different picture to what it was telling me about the lap times. I could bring the stop forward. Then apparently... I don't know, I'll experience more drop-off at the end. I think I'll bring the stop forward a lap. Why not? That's... yeah, whatever. I don't care. Too much overthinking in my estimation. I protected my tyres in qualifying as well. And I do have a spare set of brand new fresh Ultra Softs to run should I need to. Which I don't think I will. But I have them just in case. But I'm hoping, praying, that this is a good race. I'll take a third place based upon some of my recent performances. You know, could have got second in Russia. I screwed that one up. Didn't finish that one. I was going to get fifth, but you know. Could have got... who knows where I'd have finished in Monaco, but I threw it in the barrier. Could have finished well in Spain, but I crashed twice. No, I had a good season, really. So I'm going to put all of that behind me in the hope that I have a good race this time out. While the Red Bulls have disappeared into the distance. Here we go. Game has taken over. I'm going to be reforming the grid very soon.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
Oh, I'll do that. Don't you worry. Grid's nearly formed. Here we go. Hopefully Max get a decent start. Well, I don't want him to get a decent start, but I hope he gets a better one to save me running into the back of him. So I can get a good start. Here we go. 5 lights. Go! Max does get a good launch. Ricardo bogged down. We're ahead of Ricardo. Don't run into Max at the start. That would be very bad. Keep an eye on things. There we are. Lovely, lovely. We've managed to split the Red Bulls off the line. Kind of best case scenario. Felipe Massa is out of the race already. I'm going to assume based upon the track map there was a crash in that I don't know, first or second chicane. Don't know what you'd call it strictly speaking to be correct, but we have split the Red Bulls. As said, Verstappen leads. We are in second. Daniel Ricciardo right up behind us in third place. This is the sector where I can look to make up the most time if I want to be dangerous and daring through the final chicane. Daniel Ricciardo probably going to be in my slipstream for the most part. And we're just going to need to settle into this race, really. Not take too many risks as I bump over the curbs myself. We're in the slipstream of Verstappen. Or can we? We've got an excellent run on him into turn 1. I'm going to take that. Probably due to my bumping over the curbs at the chicane. But I'm going to take it regardless. And we're going to get into the lead of the Canadian Grand Prix at the beginning of lap 2. And realistically, the only overtaking opportunity is into that final chicane. So, provided I don't mess this up, we could be looking pretty good. Pretty good. But these Red Bulls are going to be hot on me. Look, Verstappen's already got a great run out of the chicane. We're going to go defensive into this right-hand up. Make sure that he can't get through. Now here we come. Round the hairpin for the second time. Bump up to Rich for the back straight. It's the one benefit I have. I'm running low downforce and the Red Bulls are slower than me in a straight line. It's kind of the only thing I've got going for me, really. And they're going to be busy fighting each other, which I'm very happy to see. Ricciardo gets ahead of Verstappen at the end of lap 2. So, Ricciardo, that actually caused a bit of a gap between the cars, which I'm absolutely fine with, but that Red Bull is very fast and he's going to be getting on me sooner rather than later. Ideally, I'd like to maximise the space that I have. Just get my head down and be calm about this one, I think. Because we've already got a huge gap between the Red Bulls and whatever cars are running behind them. So I think that be calm, cool and collected this Grand Prix. Don't overdrive the car. Don't try and do anything rash. That's the plan. And I think I'm going to try and stick to that one today for once. Fastest lap again. Ricciardo goes a tenth quicker. But we managed to pull out a lot of time in the final sector, but we are not as strong, as I said, through the first and second sectors. We get it a bit wrong there. I had to delay my throttle application to quite a lot later. See, look, half a second that cost me in the middle sector. Raikkonen's got ahead of whatever's going on in that middle pack, so he's now going to be running his own race at a decent rate of knots. We've gone very nicely in the middle. See, if I just run rich through this sector, I still don't really get a lot back over the course of the rest of the lap, as is so long this particular sector. Look, I'm back to where I was. See, we redeemed that lap somewhat. 15.2. Still lost half a second over what I did a lap ago. Lap 5 already. So we're going to be looking to make a pit stop somewhere between lap 9 to 11. It says the target lap is 10 to 13. I don't think the tyres will go to 13, honestly. .7, it's a PB. I'll take a PB as we horrifically cut the first corner, and then I didn't do too well through the second part. Verstappen did the fastest lap, so he's now coming back. Whatever issues he had primarily. Oh, we've got it wrong again. I'm making up my own Canadian Grand Prix circuit. My room is getting really warm. This always happens when I stream. I have a window open. Oh, safety car. Why is there a safety car? Oh, that's interesting. Do we convert to a two-stop now? I could convert to a two-stop now. Go on the ultras to... No, I'm going to keep the current. Could convert to the two-stop, go on the softs now, and then go ultras at the end. Or I don't know. I don't know. I think I'd rather keep track position as it currently stands. what the Red Bull's going to do. Danny Rick's in. Yep, I've made a mistake. Normally I peel into the pits though and it doesn't work out in my favour, so here we go, catch the safety car, cute. So we're going to lead behind the safety car. Well, Ricciardo, because of the deltas, hasn't even gone that far down the pack. That's awkward. That's kind of what I was hoping was going to happen to him. He was going to get stuck in traffic, but due to the delta, that's not going to happen. I haven't thought about this. I haven't thought about this at all. If he's gone to the soft tyre, we are screwed. We are very screwed if Daniel Ricciardo has already gone to the soft tyre. Because with enough laps behind the safety car, he could probably carry that to the end. Unless he's gone ultras. But then, if he's gone ultras, when we pit for our one stop and we come out on the softs, he will then have a pace advantage to build another pit stop. I'd say Daniel Ricciardo's got this right and we've got it very wrong. Nonetheless, I'm gonna stick to my guns on this one. In fact, I'm gonna extend this tyre stint. That's how confident I am in my own strategy. Verstappen's come in as well. So the Red Bulls, Kimi Räikkönen staying out. So could we be doing Ferrari a la 2016 and getting it completely wrong via the strategy? Possibly. But Verstappen's going to come out in a lot more traffic, I would say. Oh yeah, he's going to come out down the field. He's going to make up some places. I'm watching the mini map just there. That's worked out not as well for Ricciardo and Verstappen, and Ricciardo did go on ultra softs. Okay, well that's something at least. Does he have super softs left? Could he? I don't know, because soft tyres are the mandatory race tyre, so he wouldn't be able to go supers. I'm overthinking this. I'm just going to drive. I'm going to drive my own race. This is why you have a pit crew to do all this for you, rather than me having to do it. I'm sitting here asking myself, the numbers, Mason. What do they mean? Still, it means we get to extend our ultra soft stint. And we get to save a bit of fuel in the process. Was that a speck of rain that I saw on my screen? I doubt it, because they didn't say about any rain. I'm going to just double check that. Weather report. No, I thought not. Then again, trusting the game. That's smart. That's smart by me to trust the game. Based upon the fact that I'm the one doubting said game. I think we might lead for over 10 laps in this one, you know. What you got for me, Jeff? No! Why would I take that now? The time for me to take that would have been the lap the safety car came out. And I didn't do that, because I'm a fool. Here we go, safety car in this lap. We're going to run rich mix. You know, let's put it back to lean for a hot minute. So we are now limited to this speed. We are now the safety car. It's now down to us when we want to bolt. And we're going to do it straight away because I kept my foot firmly on the gas pedal. Green flag racing into the final chicane. Kimi hasn't got a good run off the corner as I have. He's got Ricciardo for company. Right, start of lap 10. We, on 3 start, we still have the lead of the Canadian Grand Prix. The massive gap we had has been demolished. Ricciardo is on fresh Ultra Softs. My Ultras are cold. And I have got little to no grip because my rhythm has been broken due to the safety car. So I've got my teammate and the fastest car on the grid right behind me. Can't let that rattle me though. Got to keep the forward momentum going. We had a good gap before the safety car. Hopefully we can retain as much of that as possible into the hairpin. Ricciardo is on fresh Ultras. He did pit the lap the safety car came out. Verstappen, probably the same thing, but he is now further down the field as he did it a lap later. Down to the hairpin. Down to the chicane. Raikkonen is in the slipstream. He's not going to get close enough. I've compromised my own entry though. Gone over the curb. Raikkonen's going to be very interested into turn 1. Ricciardo's interested in him. The Ferraris go side by side. Oh, I'm out of shape. Oh, I'm out of shape. Kimi with the run. Kimi pinched himself. We go side by side through the second chicane. Oh, we got through on Kimi and he just retained the position ahead of Ricciardo. That was close racing. Considering how the previous season ended, with me in the Haas and Raikkonen in the Ferrari, where we had it coming together, that was respectful. I like to think that was respectful racing. Ricciardo has now got ahead of him, no, but Raikkonen's fighting it. Down towards the hairpin. He looks like he's going to be on the outside, though. I think Ricciardo's got him, and he's hung him out to dry. That means Rosberg on the super soft tyre has now got past. That's Raikkonen down to 4th. But it's us now. We've built a bit of a gap. Didn't come out the chicane very well, but we've built a bit of a lead now, which is very nice to see. DRS enabled. Hopefully now we can get a good, clean lap going with no battling. Turned in way too early for that corner. So I do deserve that exceeding track limits just there. Don't really want to burn too much. Oh my god, Ricciardo's all over me. Ricciardo on his fresher ultra soft tyres has descended upon me. Here he comes. Outside towards the hairpin. Hang him out to dry. Give him no way of cutting back underneath me either. Try and compromise his exit so he can't get a good run. Oh, he's in position though. How good's he going to be with DRS and slipstream? How close is he going to get? Not close enough is the answer. Oh, we took too much on the way in. My strength is the exit. And I compromised it. Ricciardo's got to run. Is he going to go for it around the outside? No, we defend. We don't get out of shape in the second part this time around. Good to see. Cars are in the pits. Right, we're gonna bring the fuel down a little bit. We're gonna run it in standard. God, Ricciardo is so quick on these fresh tyres. Oh, we've made brief contact. We made a little bit of contact going into that corner. He was on the outside. I like to think I left him room, but obviously we'll see. That now puts him in the clutches of Kimi Räikkönen. The team are asking me to come in. I don't know when Räikkönen's going to pit. I think now is a good time to come in and change these tyres, however. Good, we haven't cost Kimi any time. That's fine. I'd rather pit now. What's the stop? 1 point. Oh, Ferrari. Mwah! Beautiful stop by the Ferrari boys. Hopefully we come out in clean-ish air. I would like some clean air. What are we going to be like with Hulkenberg? We're going to be very tight. We've got the run. It's important we get ahead of him. And we have. Excellent. Yellow flag. Why is there a yellow flag? Danny Kvyat's going slow. I think he might have made some contact with the wall. As he was battling Carlos Sainz. Okay, so we're now 9th on a fresh set of soft tyres. We are going to the end of this motor race. That is what we are doing. Räikkönen, I can assume, is going to pit the end of this lap. And Ricciardo a few laps in the future. Now, Ricciardo, if we're able to get ahead of him with this undercut, which I highly doubt, due to the fact he has been unleashed from behind us, means he's going to be putting in some blistering lap times. Kimi's in the pits, so that's a concern for me. Oh, compromise my exit again by bumping over the curb. We're going to be close with Kimi here. We're going to be very close with Kimi. He hasn't appeared on the left-hand side. There we go. So we're still ahead of Räikkönen. Due to the undercut, we are still ahead of Räikkönen. As we cruise up to the back of Danny Kvyat is out of the race. So I don't know if he pulled up and retired due to any kind of damage or if he had an engine failure or what. We, though, have slid into the second chicane. We are right up behind Carlos Sainz. And ahead of him is a lovely bit of fresh air, which I'd very much like to get myself into. So I think I'm going to have a go at Carlos down into the hairpin. He squeezed me, which is fair. And we've done him down the inside. Beautifully executed. He shouldn't be able to come back at us too much, because we have DRS. And obviously, there's no double detection zone, so we will continue to have DRS.
Okay, gap ahead is 5.7 seconds.
So now we need to be consistent and quick with our lap times. We can't just drop off the pace, because of course we think we're just racing Ricciardo, but we're not, because there's Max as well. I don't know what tyres he went on to after his pit stop behind the safety car. I would assume he's following the same strategy as his teammate. Which you could also think would be a very fair assumption, but I suppose we'll see, you know. We're on for a personal best lap. Depends on how the chicane goes, because it's all about getting the chicane right around Canada. But if we don't set the world alight with lap times, then we can kiss a race win goodbye as we tackle it a bit aggressively. Grosjean leads the race. For Haas, we take a couple of positions. Danny Rick's made a pit stop. Danny Rick's right there. Danny Rick's ahead of us, which is kind of what I assumed to be the case, unfortunately, because he was on ultra softs with some fresh air and he had a few laps to push. And he didn't need to try and eke him out, because he's got easily enough time and enough you know, downforce to make sure those tyres last to the end. So we are strictly speaking, net second. We also need to keep an eye out for Max Verstappen. So I don't quite know how he works into this Grand Prix at the moment. I imagine he is one of the 2 cars ahead of Daniel Ricciardo on a set of ultra soft tyres. That's my best guess. Oh, we've braked a bit late.
If you continue to cut corners, this
I think I kind of deserve that. I don't really think I gained anything off of that. No, you see, my lap time was slower because I held off until I was able to put my foot down. No, the 2 cars ahead were Haas cars. Where is Max Verstappen? Would the real Max Verstappen please stand up?
fuel is marginal. We're going to have to
Oh, it's coming down. Relax.
to see the race out.
I just realised after this lap is done, we're past the halfway point in this Canadian Grand Prix. As we continue to get closer and closer to the wall. He's hoping Daniel Ricciardo gets held up horribly by Gutierrez. Here's what's actually going to happen. Gutierrez is going to pit at the end of this lap and Daniel Ricciardo is going to lose no time whatsoever. No, that hasn't happened. Interesting, as we take a heap load of... Oh, he's getting squeezed. Oh, I saw that. That looked very close.
So the gap to our teammate
It
is
looked as if he was trying to pass him, like, pit wall. Kind of like what Hamilton tried on Button in 2011 that ended in tears. That's kind of what I just saw in the distance. I mean, it worked, obviously, because he's got the lead. Gutierrez doing a solid job for Haas, though. Like, so far. Obviously, he's going to lose an absolute giant ton of positions when he eventually comes in, but he's running in second. That's credit to the guy. Rio Haryanto out the Grand Prix.
serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring.
I have noticed that Raikkonen appears to be closing in on me. He's not really falling back, which is kind of what I'd be hoping to happen. But no, he's kind of pegging the gap. If anything, he's bringing it in ever so slightly. I know my lap times aren't exactly setting the world on fire, but you know, they're what you'd expect on the hardest compound of tyre. And again, I did do a 14.5 on this tyre. Yellow flag. Why? Oh yeah, this is where Haryanto's car is. That'd be why it's a yellow flag. I got very concerned for a second there. Like, not another safety car. Not another one. My heart can't take it. Oh! Oh my god! Ricciardo apparently has an issue! Oh! I don't know what his issue is, but... Jeff! Jeff, don't be teasing me. Jeff, you better not be lying. Come on, we need to pick up the pace now. We need to pick up the pace. If Ricciardo has a problem, we need to capitalise. Come on! We need to get all the slipstream off Gutierrez. Gap was 3.6. What is it now? Still 3.6. Gutierrez, mate, you're very slow into this section. I don't like it. I'm going to lose time behind you. I need to follow him closely, and then, no, I haven't got the opportunity to. I was going to say dive bomb him into this corner. That hasn't happened. However, Can we follow him close enough? Wow, that's how far back Verstappen is.
Has just put up the fastest lap of the race so far.
Can we make him... Oh, no. I debated sending one down the inside there.
Easy on the car till we get
And I thought against it due to how close we were. And I've damaged my front wing. Oh, for God's sake. So frustrating. I could dive bombed it and been fine. For once, cautious was the wrong move. I'm going to have to carry on with it. There's no way I'm making another pit stop. There is absolutely no way I'm making another pit stop. God, it's bad. It's so bad. But Danny Rick has a problem that means a Sauber of all cars as Verstappen goes even faster. Like, what's that? 13.5? Yeah, I'll do that. I'm taking some liberties with some of my curb riding. The Sauber's making a move on Ricciardo. Or it looked like it was. It's Marcus Ericsson. As Raikkonen passes Gutierrez in the hairpin. Come on! Oh my god, the Sauber! Ericsson! Ericsson making a move!
chance of rain now. If the situation
Passes Ricciardo into the hairpin. That's going to cost Ricciardo even more time because of his line. As we come out the hairpin, move to the left-hand side, and we retake the lead of the Canadian Grand Prix from Daniel Ricciardo, and we get it completely wrong through turn 1 and 2, and Ricciardo retakes the lead. Ricciardo squeezing me. I've remained on the outside. Ricciardo made contact with the wall. Oh, we saw that. Ricciardo made contact with the wall. I think I'm going to assume he's okay regarding damage. I'm not, obviously. As Raikkonen now passes.
lap was a 1:18.0.
Oh no, Ricciardo and Raikkonen are battling. Right, well I'm going to take the opportunity now that I'm ahead to save a bit of fuel. Because we've got a limping Red Bull. Gutierrez passes Ricciardo. Then Ricciardo gets it back on traction. We've got a damaged Ferrari, a limping Red Bull. I've got it wrong again.
Okay, this is Jeff. I need you to stop cutting the corners.
I'd rather not bump over the curb and run the risk of sending into the wall. You know, that's... But the fact of the matter is, I broke and carried less speed. You can see that due to the lap time, but... Yeah, that's one of the many annoying little mistakes that I keep making in these races. My car is starting to feel worse. The fact that I can't catch the Sauber ahead of me is an indication. I don't think I deserve that 3-second penalty, you know. In my personal opinion, due to the fact that I broke. Yes, I blatantly cut it, but I did slow my car down. I'm going to let Raikkonen through here. There's no point in battling him. From a team perspective, there is absolutely no point in me fighting Raikkonen.
Seconds.
Raikkonen, drive off into the distance, please. It's all that I ask of you. I would love to be Drivers' World Champion, and Ricciardo is speeding up again. So we haven't capitalised as much as we should have done when Ricciardo had an issue due to my damage and me making mistakes. But crucial thing is I am between Raikkonen and Ricciardo. That's important. Because from a team perspective now, Raikkonen leads this motor race. He's also on the fresher tyres of the two of us, but he's not on the freshest of the top three. That goes to Daniel Ricciardo. The man who is now very much right behind me and going to be challenging me into the chicane. I'm not going to make it easy for him. In fact, I'm going to be the widest Ferrari since Michael Schumacher. Make him take the curbs. I'll play the team game. Perez, you are not going to want to turn right, my friend. But I will put Perez between me and Ricciardo. That's lovely, lovely, lovely once again. Perez trying to move out the way for Danny Rick. I'm looking behind, going through fast right-handers. I should not be doing that. But yeah, the tyres are going off. Comes Ricciardo. I'm on the grass. What am I doing? I've very much gone from looking like a potential win to playing the team game, but that's the kind of guy that I am. If the team can get a win, I will allow them to. Plus, at the moment, it's looking like third place is very likely. Unless it's Max Verstappen that's currently catching Daniel Ricciardo because of my 3-place penalty. In which case, fourth place is looking very likely as we gingerly go into the chicane, taking a big old clumper curb. Yeah, I'm lapping in the 1:16. That's not fast. That's very much not fast. It's the lap times. No, sorry, not the lap times. The lap counter tumbles. It's lap 27. Look at Ricciardo. Look at. Oh, he's gone to the right. What is going on? Now hold on. I want... Right. Ricciardo's gone to the right, according to my mirror. I then tried to turn left as he hits me, because I tried to give him the room. I obviously then lose my front wing. I then tried to make it so my car doesn't go backing into the wall. It does go backing into the wall, and we lose our front wheel. Oh my, that's another DNF. Another good result I could have had. Let's watch it on the replay cameras. We're not going to get a good perspective from here, are we? No. Can we get it from Danny Rick? Let's... Right, onboard Ricciardo. He gets excellent drive. We come across to the right, and then my car stayed straight, and he drove into my rear wheel. That's what I'm... Look, right. Okay, I've gone to the right to defend. He makes the decision to go right. Now, there was a car's width when he committed, and then it disappeared. My car stays in a straight line at this point. Doesn't move any further to the right. He hits me. Look, he continues going straight. There's no attempt at avoiding action here. He hits me. He tries to then turn left. I lose my front wing. He then hits me again, causing his car to now go out of control, turning against what I'm trying to save myself. He doesn't lose his front wheel by some miracle, and I do against his car. Ferrari are not going to be happy with me. Another one where I could have got a good result. Another one. At least Kimi Räikkönen won the race.
Ferrari to take the victory today. I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, the safety car completely changed the
Oh, and where did Daniel Ricciardo come? Sorry, is that the podium?
about it, but there's no question that they came out
Did Daniel Ricciardo get a podium finish?
As we can see, it's time for the podium, and as the driver
Julian Palmer!
making its way to the top. Fantastic win for Ferrari.
Daniel. So Ricciardo gets third. Julian Palmer. I'm annoyed Ricciardo got third. There must have been such a gap between Ricciardo and whoever then was behind. Because he would have had to come in and got a new front wing and then, you know, would have hit the ultra softs and blasted through the field due to the speed of his car. Granted.
It's time to see how
Yeah, 3 stops and Julian Palmer. Max Verstappen came 4th. So yeah, that would have been, if we'd finished where we were, that would have been 3rd place. That would have been 3rd place. Is what that would have been.
Well, Julian Palmer did a great job coming through the field today. So
to the constructors then. Red Bull have extended
So
the
angry.
lead over the
I'm
championship.
so
While Renault
angry.
with another strong performance this weekend. That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye and see you again next time.
Like Monaco was my own mistake, right? That I will agree with. That was not. Max Verstappen or Ricciardo closes the gap slightly in the championship. We're now 95 points back. 95! Bear in mind, we have won a race. We won a race. And we're only at 36 points. That's how my luck has gone this season. That's another round where we should have got good points. And we didn't. Like Russia. Like Monaco, realistically. It's Baku next, which I hate. Alright, well. That's that. I'm really sorry the races keep ending up like this. I don't intentionally want these setbacks. You know, Monaco, yes, was my own mistake. Russia, yes, was my own mistake. That, though, that's very frustrating. That's three retirements that I can remember. I don't think I've had any other bad results. Okay, well, thank you for those that did watch and did enjoy. You know, appreciate it. Leave a like if you did enjoy. Comment any feedback, subscribe. So you're notified about future content coming to the channel. I'll be streaming some point future. F1, I'm hot. Bye.